Welcome, wanderers, to the Gilded Hearth Inn. The cycle of the ember moon is in its 14th turn, and the crystal spires of Arindril shimmer under a restless aurora, its ethereal hum vibrating through this opulent yet weathered hall. The air carries the scent of spiced nectar and polished gemstone. Each of you arrived here this eve, drawn by a cryptic rune-etched scroll slipped beneath your chamber door, its origin unknown, its glyphs pulsing with strange light. Before we unravel this enigma, I'd like each of you to stand and introduce yourselves, your race, class, a bit about your appearance, and anything else you'd like to share. Let's start with the one with the sparking hands over there.
I rise with a flourish, my silver hair cascading down, and declare, I'm Sarla Spicy Bitch, a high elf sorcerer with a stormy flair. I stand 5 feet 9 inches and weigh around 130 pounds, with a sharp wit and the love for chaos. My violet eyes shimmer with arcane power, and I thrive on stirring the pot when it's needed.
Every group needs a firebrand. Next.
I heave myself up, my dark gray hide rippling and rumbling. I'm Fatimus Obesius, a Loxodon war cleric. I'm 6 feet 7 inches and a solid 650 pounds, with a rough edge and a taste for justice. My ivory tusks catch the light, and I'm always ready to crush any trouble.
Stealth doesn't seem to be a strong suit for you. Last but not least.
I stand tall, gripping my greatsword with purpose, and say, I'm Patrick of Helena, a half-orc champion fighter. I'm 6 feet 2 inches and weigh about 250 pounds. My olive green skin marked by scars of battle. My short-cropped hair frames a steady gaze, and I value discipline above all.
Ah, the rock of the group. Nice. So, you're all here, scattered among the inn's other patrons, each clutching that strange rune-etched scroll. The hall buzzes with laughter, clinking crystal goblets, and the soft glow of levitating lanterns. What do you do?
I tilt my head, scanning the room, and mutter, all right, let's try to figure this out. Glenn, I want to look around to see if anyone stands out.
Roll a perception check, Sarla.
That's a 15, Glenn.
Sarla, your keen eyes catch a slender figure in a hooded cloak near a crystal pillar, their hands fidgeting with a glowing shard that pulses in rhythm with your scroll. Would anyone else like to join her in her search?
Sure, that's a 12 for perception, Glenn.
Patrick, it takes you a bit longer, but eventually you see the same thing as Sarla.
That's a 6 for me, Glenn.
Fatimus, to no one's surprise, your eyes have locked onto the table with a vast spread of food on it. Good food, too. A whole pig, fruits, wine, the works.
I barrel like a madman to the food table, Glenn, and I mean barrel. I knock over anyone in my path.
Okay, reckless abandon. I love it. Well, the table is about 60 feet away, and there's probably 20 people in your path. Some are about Patrick's size, so yeah. I need an athletics check, Fatimus.
That's an 11, Glenn.
So with an 11, it's far from graceful. You chaotically barge across the room like an absolute lunatic. The women in your way are slammed to the ground with ease, which you show zero empathy for doing. The larger men, however, don't go to the ground, but they are shoved out of the way. You do stumble on a few occasions as well, but remain upright. You make it to the table, but the entire room is staring at you now. What do you do?
Is that a serious question, Glenn? I immediately begin loading a plate. Well, 2 plates.
As one does after running over helpless women to get to food. Okay, Sarla and Patrick, unfortunately, Fatimus's display has distracted you from your target. He's nowhere to be found now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't even know Fatimus yet, and I could already tell this is going to be exhausting.
Glenn, I begin eating.
Right. Anyway, speaking of not knowing each other, you notice your scroll's aura now have a color to them. Ones with the same color pull to each other. As luck would have it, you three have the same color. What do you do?
Oh, no. No. Glenn, I try to fight it.
Roll a wisdom save for me, Sarla.
Awesome. That's a 5.
Yeah, you give in. You start walking to the closest green scroll holder that isn't you. That happens to be Patrick, since Fatimus ran across the room fueled by starvation, apparently.
I just let the scroll pull me to Sarla Glen.
Sounds good. You two are headed towards each other. Fatimus, the scroll in your bag is pulling you in a direction towards Sarla and Patrick. What are you doing?
That depends. Are both my plates loaded?
You managed to load one plate before this started happening.
Then I resist. That's a 21, Glenn.
Of course it is. Okay, you resist and load up that second plate. Now, do you give in to the pull?
You know what? No, I keep resisting and start eating.
Okay, roll me a Constitution save.
Oof. That's a 5, Glenn.
Fatimus, you feel a sharp pain in your head, like some sort of spike was thrust into your brain. You take 11 points of psychic damage. I'm almost positive that's not the sound elephants make, but whatever. Okay, you're now being forced by the scroll towards Sarla and Patrick. You two would have already made it to each other during whatever that was. What do you do upon reaching each other?
So do you have any idea what's going on?
No, haven't a clue.
Well, let's just be vigilant here. By the way, I'm Patrick of Helena, son of Joseph, first of my name.
I stare blankly at Patrick for a couple seconds, a bit thrown off by the odd way he introduced himself. But then I say, I'm Sarla Spicy Bitch.
It's about now a very large Loxodon reaches you two. He's holding his head like he has a bad headache.
I don't know what they put in that food, but don't eat it.
Noted. Quite the performance you put on there. Make a habit of barreling over unsuspecting people, do you?
Hey, it was a long trip, so I was hungry. Get off me.
Not really sure that excuses the behavior, but regardless, you seem to be part of our group for whatever this is. I'm Patrick of Helena, son of Joseph, first of my name.
Okay. I'm Fatimus Obesius. What about you, Sparkles? I wink at Sarla.
I glare harshly at Fatimus. Call me Sparkles one more time, and I'll turn you into a lightning rod. I'm Sarla.
Whoa, calm down. I was just trying to lighten the mood. No need to get all bent out of shape. Man, my head is killing me. Glenn, I cast Cure Wounds at level 1 on myself. Nice! That's max healing for 10.
Yeah, maybe just follow the prompts when the DM is clearly trying to railroad you in the future. It was a funny moment, though, so I'm just going to let that one go. You're max health and still have your spell slot, mainly because you're going to need it.
What?
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Sorry, no idea what came over me, but about this time, the room suddenly starts changing form. Not just rearranging, it gets bigger. Much bigger. You three seem to be in some sort of forest all of a sudden. Caesar, if you'd please.
Welcome, participants! You all have been chosen! So exciting. The rules are simple. Last team standing wins. Feel free to look around and ask what's happening while your opponents close in. Good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Can I say that legally? Whatever.
You all heard the mysterious voice. What do you do?
Okay, we're on a team, whether we like it or not, it seems. What's everyone's strengths? We got to narrow down a plan fast here. I'm an upfront brawler. I can take punishment and deliver it.
Smart. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with magic. I can make the elements our ally. Just get him in range, and I'll fry him.
I'm a bit of a mixed bag. I can be the field medic, and I can also bring the pain. Just let me know what you need, and I'll respond. I'm already pissed about losing out on my meal.
All right, anyone have an issue with me coming up with this strategy? It's kind of my thing.
Nope, go for it.
I guess that's fine, but it better be good.
Anyway, here's my thought. The whole environment just changed before our eyes. Clearly, powerful magic. The same thing presumably happened to the other teams, so they're equally discombobulated. Actually, real quick, Glenn, do we know how many other teams there are?
Patrick and Sarla, go ahead and roll a history check to see if you can recall how many different colored scrolls you saw. Fatimus, you were obviously distracted during this time. so no check for you.
That's a 6 for me, Glenn.
And a 3 for me.
Unfortunately for both of you, Fatimus's exploits were just too distracting at the time. You have no idea how many teams may be in here.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, regardless, we have to survive. Here's my plan. We lie in wait. When a team comes by, we jump them. Element of surprise will give us the upper hand.
I like that. Okay, let's try to camouflage ourselves. Glenn, I want to try and make myself blend in with the environment. Rub dirt on my face, grab sticks and leaves and tuck them into my robe. Whatever it takes.
Understood. Are you two doing the same?
Yes, sure, why not?
Okay, are you doing this hastily, or are you trying to take your time?
Glenn, I think I speak for all of us when I say hastily. Time is not a luxury right now.
Okay, I need a sleight of hand check with disadvantage from all of you. Then a stealth check as a straight roll. My assumption is you all are hastily putting together makeshift ghillie suits, then attempting to hide.
Holy crap! I rolled a 21 on sleight of hand and a 19 on stealth, Glenn.
Sarla, you are the master of ambush. You quickly find the exact materials you need to camouflage yourself. Then, like a ghost, you disappear into the trees.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought this was a good plan given my horrendous stealth. I got a 7 for both, Glenn.
Unfortunate. Patrick, your what I'll generously call a ghillie suit is not the best. It looks like you asked a 5-year-old to try and glue a dismantled tree back together. As for your stealth, well, you find what you believe to be the perfect bush. Trouble is, it's half your size, which you don't seem to recognize for some reason. Heat of the moment, maybe? The other two can clearly see you.
That's a 9 and a 12, Glenn.
Fatimus, for some reason rather than copy Sarla, you decided to copy Patrick. You improved upon his design, but not much. However, you did see the flaw in his hiding tactics and actually found something more logical to hide behind. In your case, a large, very large boulder.
Psst, Patrick. I can see you plain as day. Do something.
Right. Well, I'm abandoning stealth, Glenn. Since the other two are hidden, I'll lay out on the ground feigning injury. It should draw the attention of any group that comes by, giving those two the chance to strike.
Oh, nice. I like it. Okay, give me a performance check with advantage. It's not exactly difficult to feign injury.
Thank goodness for advantage. I got a 3 on the first one, but a 17 on the second, Glenn.
Okay, you can pretty well do this how you'd like. Are you trying to wail in pain drawing people in, or just look injured in case anyone should come upon you?
I'm going to go with the latter, Glenn. No sense in initiating anything. Maybe we'll get lucky and a few of them will deal with each other first.
Okay, now to see if that happens. Real quick, though, I'm going to go ahead and break the fourth wall for a moment for those of you listening. I actually roll all these checks and then write around whatever the outcome happens to be. Just feels weird not leaving D&D up to dice rolls. Now, back to the game. Well, that's fortunate for you all. A whopping 73 minutes goes by before I need you all to roll a perception check.
That's a 9 for me.
10 for me.
Ha! That's a natural 20, Glenn, for a total of 22. Out of curiosity, if I needed it, could I have rolled with advantage with keen smell?
Not for this one, Fatimus, but do ask that just in case. Patrick, you're laying on the ground, making it difficult to perceive much of anything. Sarla, you think you hear something abnormal rustling in amongst the forest floor, but you can't be sure. Fatimus, you hear the distinct rustling of people walking through the forest. Your eyes snap to the exact location of them. 3 people approach from the east. They're about 150 feet away still. You somehow now have expert hand signaling skills and relay this information to Sarla and Patrick.
Glenn, I begin moaning as though I'm injured, but only loud enough that specific group could hear. By the way, can I retcon having thrown my shield about 5 feet away to really sell the injury?
Yeah, if you guys want to retcon things like that, we can do it. Just don't get carried away.
Thank you. Okay, I continue with the show.
Okay, let's see if they hear you. Yep, they hear you and begin approaching.
Glenn, I'm prepping Chaos Bolt with Twin Spell. Once they're 30 feet away, I unleash hell.
Glenn, I'm prepping Toll the Dead. Hopefully I hit one that Sarla hits and she hits first. With my -2 intelligence modifier, I'm not going to act like I have any idea how to think this through properly, though.
Glenn, as soon as I hear those two let loose, I'd like to roll to my shield, grab it, and stand up ready to fight.
Honestly, guys, this may be the first time in recorded history a D&D party's plan has actually gone the way they planned. This is incredible. All right, they're within 30 feet. Smart thinking on that, by the way, Sarla. Making sure they get close enough Patrick could immediately engage. Fire away.
Okay. That's a 21 and a 22 to hit. I'll just assume I'm going for the two closest. So that would be Unk and, I guess, Terrence. That's 9 points of acid damage to Unk and 11 points of acid damage to Terrence.
Sarla, from your cover, you launch 2 vicious bolts of acidic energy towards your unsuspecting foes as they walk toward the injured Patrick. What they thought was easy prey has quickly turned into an ambush. The bolts strike true. Unk doubles over as your blast hits him in the stomach. Terrence nearly falls to his knees in agony. They clearly feel the impact, but still stand. Fatimus, your Toll the Dead will follow the same rules as Sarla used, closest foe. Unfortunately, that's going to be Isona, who was not hit. She saves with a 17, so nothing happens. I now need initiative from everyone.
17.
15 for me, Glenn.
And a 19 for me, Glenn.
Okay, well, that's something. Unk got a 12, Iona a 7, and Terrence a 3. Enjoy your slaughter.
All right, I use 5 of my movement to grab my shield, and I charge Isona and launch an attack. As I do, I say, I'm sorry, but it seems it's you or us. That's an 18 to hit, Glenn.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 9 slashing damage.
Izona falls to her knees from your devastating strike, but she looks up at you with determination. She's not giving up.
Glenn, I target Iona as I see her fall to her knees. Firebolt. She didn't ask for this, but neither did we. As the voice said, only one team walks out. I channel my energy and launch it. That's a 19 and 7 damage.
The firebolt launches from your hand with precision. It hits Isona square in the chest, knocking her back several feet.
I'm sorry. I wasn't strong enough.
With that, Isona's eyes fall shut.
Great. Now I feel bad. Thanks, Glenn.
Yeah, that was the point. Okay, Fatimus, you're up.
I pop out from behind my boulder and cast Toll the Dead on Unk.
Well, that's an 8, so roll damage.
That's 6 necrotic damage, Glenn.
Unk rages immediately. After seeing his wife fall, he has entered a state of rage that cannot be properly described. In his blind fury, he lunges at the closest target, you, Patrick. He launches a reckless attack and somehow misses. He's frothing at the mouth in rage, but can do nothing. With the poor woman Isona down, it's Terrence's turn. He casts suggestion on you, Patrick. He tells you to disengage.
With a 2, I definitely fail.
Okay, on your turn, you run away. Consequences be damned.
Understood, Glenn.
With that, we're back at the top of the order. Sarla, your move.
Screw it. I twin spell Chaos Bolt again. 18 and 20 to hit, so they both do. And, oh damn, 13 points of fire damage to Unk and 15 points of fire damage to Terrence.
Sarla, you launch Chaos Incarnate at your foes. 2 blazing streaks rip across the battlefield with precision. Sarla, how do you want to do this?
Yes! Okay, Glenn. I wave my hands in a pattern, channeling my inner fire. Once charged, I launch the 2 bolts in synchronicity at both of them, targeting their chests. After they fall, I want to also fall to my knees. I say, I didn't want to do this, but I had to. Then I rise. I clearly am not happy with what I've done, but I also recognize I had to.
With that, the forest terrain suddenly shifts back to the familiar room you entered.
Well done! Truly spectacular! You You have survived. I needed to be sure my champions were capable, you understand.
No! We don't understand! What in the ever-loving hell was that? What? We killed people. Just to survive. We ended their lives.
And that is where we will end this session. Hey guys, Fourth Wall Breaker here again. I just want to thank you all for listening or watching, however you're consuming this content. But I also want to be real with you all. This 20-minute episode took about 16 hours worth of work. I do enjoy doing this, but I also have a life to live. I'll absolutely keep doing this with no additional funding or help for a bit, but I gotta be honest. If it doesn't take off, I can't do this indefinitely. It's just too much time and money. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed it.